So we're here at CEF Live. We've had a really busy 2 days. We've had a lot of people coming up to the stand, showing us the good products they found. We've seen the buzz on social media with some of the great products at the show. So we thought we'd just round up some of those innovations, some of those new products that people are talking about, or some of those that you might have missed. So Gary, what have you found that's worthy of mentioning?
Unlike some of the very technical stuff you've got, I've got the simple, humble socket outlet, something that me and Joe have spent some time reviewing.
Yeah.
But this one by the Scolmore group out of the Click range has got a sculptured face.
Oh,
so the actual,
sculptured.
Yeah, so actually the face itself has been designed to make it easier to insert the 13 amp plug top.
Oh, right.
So it actually almost self-finds, so as you go around, and it just slides in really easily.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Gary, I've never had too much trouble getting a plug into a socket myself. So what are we sort of aiming for here?
Joe, I've had a lot of trouble getting plugs in sockets. There you go, that's just a circumstance.
You've almost answered your own question there, gentlemen. It goes on age.
Oh.
So
Wow.
as we progress through our years, maybe the hand-eye coordination becomes a little bit lacking, maybe sight becomes a little bit more difficult.
Right.
Okay, and it just gives you that little bit easier to find the actual position for the socket to sit in. Something can be utilised in things like care homes.
Yeah.
But if you reverse the process and we look at younger people now plugging in charging units and games consoles, equally as they're working on their dexterity, it also makes it a little bit easier for them to find the hole and locate their plug tops in order to do that.
Mm-hmm.
There is also the market such as maybe things like the holiday, maybe hotel market.
Yeah, I was speaking to one of the reps on the stand earlier, and they're selling a lot into possibly big hotels, but then who possibly just have a few rooms that are equipped for disabled visitors or people with limited mobility. So
That's really good.
yeah.
And we know, Joe, we've looked at these before.
Yeah.
It's not always the front of these that is amazing, and there'll be a video coming out soon. The back of these is heroic as well.
Stay tuned for that because we've done some exciting stuff with the back of that socket, haven't we? On the Click range, we were impressed with that. So stay tuned for that.
So simple.
Yep.
Simple.
Socket's been around for a lifetime, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, but just by making a few adjustments makes it easier to locate 13 amp plug top. Really like that.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Nice.
So Gordon, what you got?
So I've got a door handle.
Oh right.
Yep. Now, obviously, we're an electrical show, but what's up? We've strayed into the world of.
This looks more like carpentry to my eye.
Yeah.
Come join us overnight, have we?
Yeah.
Well, electricians stray into all fields and can get in there. But this is not just a regular door lock; it's a smart door lock.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it's battery powered, so again, you can see what we've got to do with electricians. But the premise of this lock is you can. It has an app that links to your phone using Bluetooth. And you come along, you've got the app on your phone.
And where do you poke that in to turn it?
No, you don't poke it. It's facetious.
Okay.
And then, I swipe the front here. You get this little blue light coming on. But if you've got the right app on your phone, and you've programmed it to work with this lock, the door will magically open.
Open or unlock? Two different things.
It'll unlock.
Okay.
Yes, okay. It's not that smart.
So I was
have to
thinking,
get that
just
in there.
wave
That's
the phone at it and it just glide open.
Yeah, well, there's a red light gone off because you said that.
So what's the advantage? What's the advantage of having the ability for my phone to open my door?
Well, it's probably not your phone, but if you've got kids, there's probably more chance they'll leave their keys than they will their smartphone.
That's a good point. Yep.
So what you can do is send out a smart key to a smartphone and enable people to come in and out of the house. So that could be family members, but you might have an occasional visitor, and you want to drop a hint that they're no longer welcome. You just disable the
Hello, my phone
app.
doesn't seem to be knocking the door anymore.
Yeah, you've been here for 3 weeks. It's time to go. So
on top of that, so things like smart homes itself. So we're saying this is Bluetooth enabled. Is any smart home technology?
So we'll also link. You can link to a hub plugged into the interweb, and from that you can control the lock remotely as well, and you can check the status of the lock. So if you have kids and you want them to check they were home at night, you would get an alert to say somebody's just opened it, unlocked the door, and done that. But you think about the world of now, you've got a lot of people do Airbnb. Well, you might want to allow people temporary access.
That's really cool.
And you can send them that key to get in. And then obviously, allegedly, it works with other smart ecosystems. So it does work with Alexa. So you can say, Alexa, not Alexa, open the door or unlock the door, because you wouldn't want to shout through the letterbox, because that would not be wise.
Alexa, open the door.
I can't imagine anyone using that unscrupulously.
No.
I can't say
But you can ask Alexa to check the status of the lock.
The thing I've found when I've looked at these before is that getting insurance when you've got the ability to open it on a phone or
Can be a
Wi-Fi
problem.
or in this case Alexa's, is almost impossible.
So there is a lot of locks, smart locks out there from different brands, especially US ones. This is, I'm told that this is the first to have the full British standard certification.
Oh, wow.
So you can fit it to your door and still get your insurance for the required lock. So
That's incredible, isn't it, really? So it's got all those wonderful features, but actually still going to be able to maintain your insurance as well.
And it's manufactured by Yale.
yeah, it's by Yale, so trusted brand.
Trusted name,
So I like that product. Obviously, yes, we are straying into the world of joinery, but there we go.
Okay.
Right.
So Joe, what have you got for us?
Well, I feel like the spoon holder in this video. So we've given Gordon the incredibly technical door lock, and I've got a connector now. But this actually is a fantastic bit of kit. This is the Raytech Fred. We'll come back to that name a little bit later. The Raytech Fred, and this is an IP68 rated connection. Which means it's obviously fantastic for immersion situations, but actually it's also IP rated at IP69K as well, which is a little bit of extra special IP rating, which is really good.
I think I've spotted something that maybe you haven't. As I look inside here, there's none of that black or white seal making sure that the IP rating stays on the top of the actual gland itself, Joe.
Yeah, so we're used, as electricians, we look at what looks like a stuffing gland, which is the back end of the equivalent of stuffing gland, and we're used to seeing that black rubber seal inside there, aren't we? So that when we tighten that up, it clamps onto the cable to offer retention, and the black rubber seal also gives it an IP rating, stops moisture getting inside. Well, with this, the IP rating comes from the gel that's inside here. So this is filled with a gel, no mixing required or anything like that. It's just all in place already. You embed your connectors into the gel once you've terminated it, close it up, and it completely seals around it and gives it that very, very high IP rating. So here, we've still got cable retention because the teeth on the stuffing gland tight part of this grip onto the flex, but the moisture protection is offered by the gel.
However, let's go, we've installed it, and then there's an issue when I'm doing some testing or fault finding. How's that going to work with all that gel buried in there?
Gel, right? It doesn't set, and it's completely reusable.
Oh, right.
So we could open this up, pop that open, fish those connectors out of there, do any testing, check the connections are tight if we've not used maintenance-free connectors, do whatever we need to do, close it all back up again, seal it all back up again, and it's back as it was. So it's actually, you can go back to it on more than one occasion, which is brilliant.
That's really good.
Yeah. Do they have any others in the range? I mean, that's a through connector.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so there's a whole heap of these different ones that you can get. You can get obviously in and out the same side. You can get quite connectors that have numerous inputs, sort of 5 different places where you can wire cables in and out, which is really, really good. And they also come in different sizes, which is where this name comes in.
And you said that was called Fred.
This is the Fred, yeah, so I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
The size below this is called the Barney.
Oh, right. I think I know where this is
and
going.
the next size up is the Dino.
So we're talking at characters from the Flintstones.
Absolutely, which I think again is a lovely little
So a cracking little product, but little clever play on the names as well. We like it.
I like a name. I mean, just point out this is the clear versions for demo that normally actually come in a grey. It's a shame actually. We should do the clear. I like the clear, but there you go. That's something to think about.
And you did say that we could use maintenance-free connectors as well.
Yep, that can all be used inside there. So a really, really fantastic bit of kit, again showing the development that's taking place in the industry for even simple things like connections.
And makes the electrician's life easy again.
And we love things that make lives easier for our electricians, absolutely. So, back over to you, gents.
Okay, is it me or you, Gordon?
Well, I'll leap in here with this. So this is the Gripple Fast Trak system. So this is, over the recent weeks I've built quite an affinity putting together tray and Unistrut. So I built the plug and socket, our pop-up pub, will be coming soon. Instead of having to go through all that hassle of cutting up and chopping Unistrut and other channel systems, think about on site. Normally, you've just got this system where instead of the threaded rod, you zip this in and it's.
So am I right in thinking then, Gordon, that we would screw or bolt that to the ceiling?
Yeah.
We can raise and lower the position maybe of a tray or trunking.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's that simple, is it? Just press the button, raise it up. Can we lock it off, or does it?
Yeah, lock off. So you get happy with the height, and then just click the lock. So then if you ever need to move it again, you can unlock it and unlatch it, and it'll...
so it replaces the rod system and Unistrut.
Yeah,
excellent.
so that's a nice time saver on site.
Like that.
Well, we suggest that makes life easier for the electrician.
I'm looking at that product and I'm thinking I can feel a race coming on, guys.
It's got race written all over it, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone, we won't say who. Maybe we'll have the more traditional Unistrut and threaded rods. Yeah. And
Man who likes a hacksaw.
Yeah, and someone will have the Gripple product, and we'll see who can hang a bit of tray the quickest.
I'll preempt that. I think this is going to win hands down.
No, you never know. Time will tell. I'm sure there'll be some penalties.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Simple design. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible that something but looked so simple.
Yeah.
Wasn't in place for so long, and now we've got it, and you go, well, of course. Of course.
Like all the best innovations.
Yes, absolutely.
Made in Sheffield as well.
Oh.
So there you go.
From steel.
From steel. Yeah. So Gary, what have you found that's getting interest from the visitors?
Yeah, so a lot of buzz around here about the Linian Fireclips. Okay, so we know under the 18th edition that all surface wiring systems need to be prevented from premature collapsing in the event of a fire. And the sticking point seemed to be when the regulations came out in the 18th edition was always the twin and earth cables. So Linian have come up with their solution for supporting. We've done some videos ourselves on these, but this product was actually picked by the people here at CEF Live. So yeah, so we've got the Linian Fireclip for twin and earth cables. Some really good things about this is beautiful colour blending.
Yep.
Okay, so when this is in place, actually, it's almost quite difficult to see the fixing points because it blends in so well. Also, what I like about it is no plastic, so there's no plug in the wall. So if you drilled a brick or block or mortar, you haven't got to put a plastic plug in before going in. There's all types of arguments, is it whether a plastic plug would premature collapse, will it or won't it? There's a lot on social media suggesting one way and the other. Well, this removes it, so it goes in, it's squeezed up, and then the spurs or the barbs on it grip into the actual surface itself.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, I really love these bits of kit. We've actually used these and demonstrated these before, haven't we, like to say, and they are absolutely fantastic. And there's something about the depth of that as well, the length of that compared with the cable that you're putting in. That's just never coming out, isn't it?
I can imagine it could almost hold my weight.
Yeah,
well, come on, Gary, don't push it.
You also come up with an interesting alternative use of the fixing when it's not necessarily there for premature collapsing. What did you do?
Yeah, I mean, I thought where I live, there's a lot of houses built from random stone walls, and then sometimes, when you're first fixing in a random stone wall, even if you're going to plaster over the top of it, there can be a lot of problems. You either have a rock, you hit a really hard rock, or you hit some very soft lime mortar. So actually, traditionally what we'd have to do, you'd have to drill and plug the wall and then put some banding around it just to keep your cables in place. So I think they're a neat solution even for people who work on random stone.
Really good point. That's good.
We like those. So again, if we use it in your situation, making an electrician's life easier again.
Easier, faster, which is more efficient.
So that was picked by the people here at CEF, so we really like that product.
Yeah.
It's nice as well, and it's the commonality of thinking, because we love these. These are fantastic, and other people obviously love them as well. So they're really good. They're really good. Brilliant.
I think it's over to you, Joe. Got anything a bit more technical over there?
Well, I think it's about time that we went back to something perhaps a little bit more techy. So here we've got
Tetris.
A different story.
I'm going to have to work hard on keeping this, I think, because you've just given me a brilliant idea. This is the Nanoleaf Canvas, and what this is it's a modular lighting system that you can install on your wall, and you can modify it and arrange it any way that you want. So you can fit these together to form your own layout and your own pattern. That in itself is fantastic, yeah? So you can see on here we've got quite a sort of regular pattern going on there, but you can also offset them a little bit as well to give you some slightly more interesting shapes and a bit more flexibility when it comes to installation.
So we almost creating our own featured wall within the installation?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And each one will be unique because everyone gets to install it the way they want. So the pack comes with a kind of a master tile, if you like, and this is the one that connects up to the power supply.
Okay.
Now again, we're thinking, got to get a power supply up to that.
Simplistic.
Plug and play, so we love that. We absolutely love that.
And then is this touch screen here?
It is down at the bottom here. You've got the buttons that control the lighting layout. Okay. This sticker comes off. This tells you what the buttons do. That obviously doesn't stay because that would look unpleasant. So that's really, really good. And then these just simply clip together with each other with the connectors that come in the pack. So if I just fish one of these out, you see that little connector
feed
there?
Just the one panel.
Feed the one
and
panel.
Interconnect the rest of them.
And then the next ones, they just simply clip together. So if I push that in there,
Wow.
and then push the one in next to it. So just find your
So
matching up there.
that's it.
And that's it. So obviously we'd stick these on the wall and link them together like that, and those are now connected together. Not only does it do all that, which is pretty fantastic, it's colour changing. So you've got your RGB colour control in there. But also, and I like this as well because RGB is great when, you know, maybe you're having a party or something like that. But I think also it's nice to have the option of different white colours. So I like to, you know, the warm white for a cosy feel, maybe the neutral white when it's, you know, you want something that's a little bit brighter. And all of that is available with the Nanoleaf Canvas, which is fantastic.
So we can set different moods throughout the day then, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and you download an app for it, and from that you can control the light output, but also when it turns on, what the light configuration will look like at that time, the brightness of it, and all those options are available. So it's completely flexible. It's absolutely fantastic.
And I'm reading on here that works with a lot of the ecosystems out there. So it'll work with Apple Home, it'll work with Alexa.
Yep.
So you can probably train it to your lock. Yep. Get your smart lock connected to your smart lights and flash something if your lock's
when
not
you lock
locked.
your car. You could
Yeah, that could be one. Yeah, that would be good. So again, we're seeing more and more products that work on these ecosystems, so you can get smart homes pretty quickly without being that smart.
And just one final point on this as well, which is just a really nice touch. It actually will respond to sound. So you can play music and it will respond to the music, and the lights will pulsate in time. And
Gary, I can see you putting this on the floor actually, creating that Saturday Night Fever.
Well, if we put the box down this side,
we'll just pop it down this side for now because it looks better visually passing stuff across the front there.
Shocking.
So we'll see how we get on with that. So coming back over to you, gentlemen.
I think it's Gordon next.
You want me to go? Well, I've got. Okay, we'll stay on the lighting theme and back to smart, but also not smart. So this is a dimmer switch. A lot of people reckon, oh no, it's a dimmer switch. But surely the world doesn't need another dimmer switch. But obviously, you've got to remember, dimming LEDs is a big challenge.
Yeah.
What
makes it a big challenge then?
Well, big challenge. You've got lots of challenges. You've got the range of lamps, but a big challenge because of the wattage.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So we've moved from 60 watt lamps maybe traditionally that we can dim.
Yeah, down to 6 watts and sometimes lower. So that causes problems for dimmers. So this, one of the first features of the dimmers, it works on a very low load.
Okay. And you said it was smart or not smart?
It'll work either. So it can work just out of the box as a dimmer, and you can link it to another one on the two-way circuit as well.
Can you dim at both ends?
Yep, dim at both ends.
Again, that's something that...
So two-way dimming from two positions?
Yeah, dimming from two positions. They've got a master-slave configuration on that. But then you also can hook it up to be part of a smart lighting system. And, Aurora have the A1 system.
Yeah.
But I'm led to it will work with other ecosystems as well, and other hubs.
So it's not unique only to the Aurora
No,
hub?
can be used with other not them all, but certain ones that are out there in the market.
Really nice.
The thing I always find with switches that get more and more complicated, we're always having to drag a neutral down to them. Is that the case here?
No, that is probably one of the most unique features of the product. It'll work on a doesn't need a neutral to work.
So it's smart. It'll connect to a hub. It'll connect, but it doesn't need a neutral.
Yeah.
Two-way dimmed.
Yeah. So it's just got the 3 terminals on there. And it's the common live, and there is no neutral on there.
It's amazing how something so incredibly small that's been out there for an incredible amount of time, a dimmer switch, has now got so many more features.
Yeah.
Reinvented almost.
Yeah.
But again, it's that theme that everything's getting a little bit more intelligent, a little bit smarter, and so that's certainly one to watch.
I like that.
That's really cool.
I think we're back to me, are we now?
Oh, more lights.
What you got now, guys?
Yeah, very tactile. I instantly pick it up on feeling, it's the sort of thing you want to keep in your toolbox. Yeah, and when you get it out, you'll take your time putting it together. Okay. So what we've got is an LED light that can have its own little miniature stand.
Oh wow.
Okay, and this is Unilite. Okay, so and also that here, this section here, and the first part of it can also be stuck magnetic.
Oh wow.
So we think now that Consumer Units Amendment 3 are all metallic, we get a bit of fault finding, maybe we haven't got so much power as we had before. We've got the ability just to drop it on the side of the consumer's unit. We've got a switching configuration, so let's switch them around the right way. Yeah. So we've got a main light, and already we're inside with light, and you're turning away because it's so bright
It's
inside.
an excellent Joe blinding device. Well done.
So what we can say then is this light has a fantastic light output when it's light.
Yeah.
So imagine what it's like when it's not light. So I think another key feature of this, it works brilliantly in the dark.
I love a torch that works in the dark.
And maybe it's a unique feature to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got the main light,
Very nice.
and then we've got ourselves. We'll get it to So we've brought the light level down.
That's really
Okay,
good.
yeah. So
Dimmed
light
it
down, yeah. So dimmed it down, so we're not as bright.
And saving battery as well.
Battery, good point. So we can charge this as we would conventionally our phone on a USB. So we've got the ability to put the port in the side in order to charge it up. So that's nice and simple. We've always got those. If we've not got the pucks on us, with the battery pucks, we can click it onto the mains.
Really good.
We've also got, which I like, which is my own lightsaber. So this is Obi-Wan Hayes. I've even got the
Obi-Wan
gold
Hayes,
button there.
oh,
So
yeah.
there we go. It's not quite that, but I'm sure most electricians are going to pop it out as if it is
Yeah.
a lightsaber. I used the Force there, so I brought that one back in.
Yeah, sure.
So what we got is tripod, spin it on, and we've got the ability then to actually have our light on a tripod.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And also nice, Gary, it's got a conventional torch at the front as well.
It has, yes. Yeah, conventional
don't-
torch
yeah.
on the front.
Oh,
Yep.
that's brilliant.
I was just playing around with the main lights, so like
Operated from-
blinding you, yes.
Yeah,
'cause,
operated from the same switch as well.
absolutely, yeah. So you configure it through the switches. So there we go.
Wow.
Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's great. Isn't it?
It is good.
And also, I think it's got another secret fixing on there, Gary.
Oh, it has, yeah. I'll just take it back off. Apologise. And this is one I fell in love with the first time around when I see it, and I nearly missed it out. We've got the ability, as if we're going mountain climbing, to have
Oh,
the
wow.
old
Carabiner.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
clip it on. There we go.
Have a closer look at that, Gary.
That's Unilite.
As I keep it. Thanks for that.
Very smooth.
Well
Well done.
Linian
I like
Fireclip
that.
for myself.
Well played.
I didn't
I'll
realise how the
just,
game worked.
I'll just tuck that down there for me to take away.
I might take that.
You can have your
I can have a
lightsaber.
lightsaber.
Yeah.
So fantastic.
Very
so I
good.
think we're back to Joe now.
Yes. Now we're now looking at something that's a little bit more
What? Just brought the drill.
install-y. Yeah. So what we've got here is the Quadsaw, and this is an absolutely brilliant bit of kit. Now, when I was an apprentice, it was one of my jobs when we'd go into to do a house to go in and start chopping the plasterboard boxes in
And would
into
you
the
do that with a
plasterboard
pad saw?
walls with a pad saw. Now, bearing in mind I was a young lad, 16, 17. My aim wasn't always true. Yeah, the box wasn't necessarily always square.
You want
and
Joe
it didn't
Wong player?
always necessarily fit.
So if you live in a house with a wonky socket, it could be down to you. So
Yeah, good. So what we're looking at here, this takes away all of those problems and concerns, and again, it makes electricians' lives easier. So the Quadsaw is a very clever bit of kit that connects up to a drill just via the conventional drill bit shaft there.
So we're going to drill a rotating drill to get a square
Yep.
box.
You've heard the expression,
What?
getting a square plug into a round hole, yeah? Well, here we're going to use a circular motion to build a square hole, which is pretty exciting. So we'll just get that connected on the back there, which again you can see is really nice and simple. And then when it comes to the installation, I'll start this off nice and slowly. You can see that when I pull the trigger, it turns the rotary action
Oh, wow.
into a linear action, and that is going to cut a hole into your plasterboard that is perfectly square and is just the right size for a plasterboard box.
And that's a one gang box by the looks of the size.
That is a
of that.
one gang box, yeah, absolutely.
So do I have to do two side by side for a twin?
Of course you don't, Gary, that's been thought about, yeah. I'm just going to make sure that that's in neutral so that I don't hurt myself with this. I had a pen earlier that someone's removed, so that was unhelpful. I just need something with a point.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, so hopefully we'll be able to use one of Gary's keys here, which I'm sure is what the manufacturer had in mind when they started designing this.
You need a smart lock.
Yep.
All those keys.
So all we've got to do is just push in
Jail.
the little pip on the end there, just push that in,
That's easy.
and the blade just pulls out, and then I can move that one over to there,
Oh, right.
and that's now in there. And I know what you're thinking, Gary. Go on, ask me the question.
If I extend the two outside ones,
Yep.
we're going to have a little bit missing in the top.
We are, aren't we? And then you've got to get your pad saw and finish it off.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't that be ridiculous? So, of course, the good people at Quadsaw have thought about that, and they give you a longer blade for cutting the double boxes in. So, again, we're simply popping out the top and the bottom blade, and in its place, we'll be popping in just
the
the
same
one
one
that's
back
put
in.
the same one back in.
you can make things really simple, but if you're simple using it ain't as easy as you think, is it?
There we go, and you can see there that within moments,
Wow,
just got to replace the bottom one. We were able to do a twin box now after I've replaced the bottom one as well.
Now with dry line walls or plasterboard walls, whatever you want to call it, in commercial, industrial and domestic installations, very, very commonplace, especially commercial and domestic. We're not talking about cutting 1 or 2 boxes in a day as an electrician. We might be 20s or 30 boxes. So would we say, Joe, that saves electricians time?
100% it does. And just another really beautiful little feature here as well. You see you've got the spirit level on the top there.
That's your excuse gone, isn't it?
There you go. So no more wonky boxes from Joe.
Wonky Joe.
That's what got better. But it's really nice to be able to have that little feature there as well. Fantastic. I really love that. And I know if I was on site cutting boxing all the time, that'd be me.
And there's a massive tool envy for somebody who's got one who hasn't got one, isn't it? You've got in with your bad sort of.
Absolutely.
Perhaps a race, Joe.
Oh, that could be one.
I can feel another race coming on. I like the sound of that.
So I take it you're taking the pad saw?
Sure. We can talk about that.
Possessions 9/10 season. Quadsaw.
I'll just put that back down.
So rapid gas will go up against the Quadsaw. I like that. I'll fancy taking it on.
Do you reckon
not for 30 though?
You'd give it a run for its money, I think.
Not
You'd
for
give
30.
it a run for its money.
30 at height.
Be flagging by the end of it, I think. Great bit of kit. I love that.
I think we're down to our final product.
We have. So what I've got here is the latest box from Wiska. It's the what's that, 2-0. The 2-0. I can't remember what they call the name of it, but there we go. That's the Wiska boxes are out there. A lot of them out there, very popular. So it's basically a smaller version of it.
This one looks like it's shrunk.
Yep. So targeting those connections to perhaps lighting or things like that. You've got that little small. Ideally want the smaller box because light fittings are getting smaller. So what I like about this is it's got captive fixings in to keep the lid in. So
and we've seen today, haven't we, how when we've got screws that come away from outlets, life can be difficult.
The sound of dropping screws on the eFIXX studio floor from the Apprentice Challenge.
You don't want to hear, isn't it?
It's been all day. So I like the captive
and the quarter turn as well.
Just simple quarter turn fixings.
Really nice.
And inside the box is a surprise actually. Ooh. So inside the box they have 3 wago 221s preloaded with those. So there's some.
That's nice. I like
which I thought at first, ouch, that looks like a very expensive box. But then you've got a hidden surprise inside.
I noticed there's the thread in here as well. Is that so we can service in our Wiska gland, screw it in and insert it into the box?
Yeah, thread's there straight in.
And am I right in believing that the actual insert here actually pushes and pops out and through?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, when you screw the stuffing gland in, it actually automatically pops that out. So you're not messing around with hole saws or back in the bad old days when you'd use your cutters end on. Yeah, we don't have any of that going on. It just simply almost cuts its own way in the stuffing gland. It's really clever. Love that.
So captive screws, wago connectors, self-threaded, self-pulling in. Would we suggest Joe?
Again, saving electricians time. I love it. I love that. Really good.
In a world of smart, we all should be working smarter, whether it be with smart or not.
And I think this just symbolised, we've been installing boxes, adaptable boxes for years, haven't we? But there's still things that can be done to improve them and make them better. And I think that's a really good example of how our industry does not stand still. There's always some new products, some new innovation to learn about, and we've seen a lot of them today.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, this is our roundup of 10 products that people have brought to us. We've been seen mentioned. Clearly, people will say, "What about this? What about this one you missed?" I would say, send us them in. Tell us about the products that you saw at the show that were particularly good. But from the team here at CEF Live, we've had a fantastic 2 days. And thank you. We'll see you all very soon. Thank you.
Cheers.